on this? Oh, actually, I started it the wrong way, so we're just gonna hold on one second, you guys. All right, you guys. So mess up on the start side, the start there. So hey, you guys, I'm Trisha Turner. This is Walk Away Wealthy, formerly known as Anything But Average. We are on every Tuesday at 12 o'clock Central. If this is a bad connection and hence why the start was off, it's because we've changed locations and we are still not all the way settled into a new location here. So bear with me on our connection today. But the purpose of the show every week is to bring you positivity, success stories, and help you guys be encouraged and fulfilled. And so today I have Tracey, who has a great success story, super positive messaging. And so I want to share a little bit about her story. Welcome, Tracey.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited to be here. When you asked me, I was like, yes.
Yes. Okay, so we always want to give a little bit of your backstory so that the viewers know who you are, where you're from. So if you could tell everybody where you are in the world, what you do for a living, and how long you've been doing that.
Okay, so my name's Tracey Baum. I'm originally from Texas, but I live here in Draper, Utah. My background was in oil and gas. Didn't like working for someone else. I was gone all the time, never saw my kids. And so I decided to stay home. I've got 3 children. My middle son has Down syndrome, so Tricia and I have that connection. And I just was missing a lot of what my kids were doing. My daughter came home from school one day and she said, "Mom, everybody was at the party but you." And it really rocked me to my core. And so I decided to stay home and be with the kids. I was in a verbally abusive marriage for quite some time, and we decided to split up, and we weren't living together for over 5 years. And I thought, I need to find something that I can do that can give me some fulfillment, passion, and purpose. While I love my children to death, I felt like I was waking up and only getting to get them to school and get home, and I would sometimes go work out, but I just wasn't happy. I didn't even know that happiness existed. And I saw a post on social media, but I love social media, and I decided to go all in with a company called New Skin, and it has completely changed my life. I started doing personal development, which anyone who owns their own business knows that you have to work on yourself in order to run a business, because you have to wake up and kind of be driven. And I never worked on myself. I didn't even know what personal development meant. And so I started reading books and started changing and becoming a happy person. And at the time, I thought we were going through a divorce. 8 months into the business that I started, my ex-husband committed suicide. And it was, oh yes, it was difficult. And my youngest daughter at the time was 11 years old. But I truly believe that the personal development journey that I went on, I mean, as you all know, when we start anything, a business that we own ourselves, there's point A, and to get from A to Z, there's all this middle part, which is the journey, right? That we have to go through, the goo, I like to call it the goo that we go through, that changes us to become the person that we're meant to be. And going through that time of working on myself, it really helped me become who I needed to be to go through that suicide for myself and for my children. And I love being a stay-at-home mom, but I also know that there was something that I needed for myself. And it's been a ride. I've been doing this online business now for a little over 4 years, and I wake up now ready to start the day. Like I don't want to sleep in. I used to just want to stay in bed and sleep as long as I could because I wasn't happy. But now I wake up and I feel like I can't wait to see who I'm going to talk to and whose life I'm going to change. And so it's been great. I feel like I'm now the person that I need to be for my children, which to me is important because we all love our children, but we have to love ourselves first. So that's my story of working on myself and going through a tragedy that really has completely changed our lives. Oh, Trisha, I think you might be frozen. Am I still there? I'm not sure. Oh, uh-oh, she went off. Well, it's just me. I'm going to wait till she comes back on. That's the great thing about technology. You never know what's going to happen. So I'll keep going until she comes on. But it's been the journey has been fun. In the beginning, this is one thing I always tell people. It's hard in the beginning, messy in the middle, but beautiful in the end. So whatever you're going through, just know that there's a purpose in the tragedy of whatever you're going through, because you're going to come out better on the other side. And it's hard in the beginning to feel like that there is going to be good, because I've been in the dumps. I've been depressed, and it's hard to get out of. But it really truly being able to work on yourself and go through that personal development and reading books, it's great. So hopefully she comes back on so that she can ask me some questions. But until she does, I guess I'll keep going. My oldest son is 25 and Noble is 20. He's our son with Down syndrome. And then my daughter is now 14 years old. She dances. And I get to travel. Since I've done this business and I've gone all in, it doesn't matter what type of business you're in. If you're an entrepreneur, it can be hard, because you're the one that has to get up and motivate yourself. You're the one that has to constantly work on yourself, and you cannot have excuses or results. And I tell my team, all excuses are created equal. And so even when there's death, you have to rise up and say, I'm not going to keep making excuses. I'm going to get results. And I think that has been something that I've taught my children, because my daughter, she's happy. And although she had went through something so traumatic, the environment that she is in now, and I have since then got remarried. I met my now husband through the business, and it's great. We get to travel together. I mean, every 6 months I get to earn a trip with this business that I'm in, and it's been fantastic. And knowing that our kids get to watch us be happy, which I don't think a lot of people are happy in this world, especially with all the things going on. But we have the opportunity to decide if we're going to choose happiness or not. I'm going to message her because I don't want to keep rambling if she's trying to get on. Well, she just said her internet is not working and she's going to keep trying. So I might try to come up with a few more things to talk about. She's asking if I'm still on, because I don't know if she's going to use this recording or not. So I'm going to ask her if I should get off now. But I will say this. If you know anyone that is depressed or unfulfilled, make sure you're checking in on them, because you never know what people are going through, and you never know if you're going to be the person that can help them get through whatever they're going through. Okay, she says she's going to use her phone. So if she uses this recording, I don't know if anybody's going to keep watching this, but if you are, it's going through someone that was depressed and committed suicide. It was shocking. And now being on the other side of going through 20 years of being unhappy, I did not know that happiness inside was something that I could have. And it's real. And if you have gone through a divorce or currently going through a divorce, there's someone out there. There's someone out there for you. Because I currently have a amazing husband now, and it's very, very fulfilling. So I don't know if she's going to get on. I don't know what else to talk about. As you can see, my eyes are super puffy. I've got major allergies going on because I'm in Utah, and I don't know what's going through here, or it could have been I was in Vegas last week and I have a little cold. I don't know. But let's see if she gets on. Oh, there she is.
Wow. I have no idea what was going on, y'all. This is terrible. So that's never happened where I get booted off my own episode.
Right.
I
I was over here just kind of talking and telling the rest of my story. And I was like, well, she may come back, so I'm just going to keep talking in case she does end up using this. So
this is crazy. So y'all, okay, now I'm downstairs and we have internet apparently down here, but I'm on my laptop. So like, it's a disaster, but it's fine. If y'all could see where I'm sitting right now, let me see, like, here's where we are. This is part of our, and we're in Grant Cardone's training right now and we're on the lunch break. But this is part of the new establishment. So I'm in the downstairs part right now, and it's a disaster. Like, we've not finished setting this room up. This is my life. But Justin, who my little boy with Down syndrome is in the very next room because he's here at work with us today. So now I'm downstairs with him.
Awesome. Well, I just went through basically my whole life.
Okay, so did you talk about when you started with the company?
I did. I talked a little bit about, just going through the goo and starting this online business and working through personal development. And it's been 4 years, and I have I've had the opportunity to build a team. I get to work my own hours. I do everything from my phone. I get to be with my kids. My daughter is in competitive dance. And so she's on the traveling team. We were in Vegas last week. Having a special needs child, you understand, I know you do.
Yeah.
We had a lot of times when he was very, very sick.
Yep.
And even at school, when he would have accidents, when I was working a full-time job, someone else had to go and take him a change of clothes. And I didn't like it. I like the fact that now I can literally work my own hours. I can do what I want. I live life on my terms.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
It's fulfilling. So
in the beginning, though, so you've been doing this for 4 years. I mean, getting a team going, even getting to the point where you're able to have a team and give them enough business and help them grow, that takes grit, that takes grind. Talk a little bit about that, because it's not easy.
No, it's not. I think for me, and what I teach my team is I have a miracle morning. And if you've ever read that book, It's a great way for anyone, even if you're not an entrepreneur. But I start my day and I wake up. I have my clothes set out to go do a run or go do a quick workout, because I think being active and working out is important for how you start your day.
Yep.
Your endorphins going. But I have a little place up in my room. I have a little chair with a nice blanket, and I have a candle, and I sit and I even have a spiral. It's like my Miracle Morning spiral.
Yes.
I have a page where I scribe and I just journal, and I write things down that I'm grateful for, or if yesterday I had a bad day, I kind of talk about it. And then I have a dream board that's literally in front of my chair hanging of what I want to achieve for myself and my team.
I love that.
It's either clippings from, magazines or quotes, or, every 6 months I get to go on different trips that I earn. And so I usually put those on there as my vision to make sure I, know what I'm trying to go for. And then
how long do you spend doing that?
I spend about maybe 30 minutes.
Okay.
Sometimes 45, it just depends, but usually 30.
Is it the same time every day?
Same time every day.
Yep.
I am very structured in my
Me
day.
too. Yeah.
I have this is like it's like a book that we have for our team. And I map out my hours of what I'm doing hour by hour. It's called We Block Our Time.
Yeah.
And so the night before, I block my time with what I have to do for my children and cooking dinner or whatever I need to do. And then I put everything that I need to do for my business in between those. And it just keeps me focused. And, we're busy moms, and it can get very hectic. And when you're running your own business, your day can get very filled with outside distractions. And so I like to be laser focused on my day. And so my Miracle Morning, after I do my journaling, I vision my dream board. I'll write a few things down, and then I will do some affirmations. And sometimes it's, I ams, but usually they're things that I can measure. If I want to get something done in a week or a month, I'll say, I am going to have 3 new team members, or, this team member is going to, break 20,000 in volume, whatever it is.
So it's almost like declarations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the statements are good, but I think and you can apply this in any type of business. If you have goals, you got to have like things that you can measure, or else it just kind of fizzles out. At least for what I do. And then I will read whatever. We have a book of the month club that we do with our team.
I love that.
And I'll read, 10 pages, because I do a lot of Audible when I run.
Yeah.
When I sit, I'll go back and I'll, read 10 pages.
What are you reading right now currently?
So I read The Gap and the Gain last month.
Love that book.
Isn't it good?
One of my favorites.
And I was listening to it when I would run, and then I said, you know what, I want to read it. And so I'm reading 2 books right now. I'm reading The Gap and the Gain and Who Not How, which is by the same author.
Yep. Yeah. Love that one too.
I love those guys. They're really good. Dan
How
Hardy.
long have you been doing the Miracle Morning?
I would say 2 years.
Okay.
But the way I've been doing it now, I've been doing it that way for about 3 months. Because before I wasn't visualizing my dream board. I was just journaling and doing my affirmations.
Okay.
And my affirmations were like I am statements. And so I wanted to switch it to more of things that I could goal oriented measurements.
Do you find that it makes a big difference? Have you already seen that?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Because for one thing, I feel like if I start my day with filling my cup, and I have time for me before I don't listen, because I don't watch the news anymore.
No.
I don't listen to radio. I crave things that are going to make me better.
Yeah.
Because we have so much things, that go on throughout the day that it's like it chips away. But if I start off at a high vibration, and I like to meditate, and sometimes people get real freaked out by meditation and things like that. And I'm like, it's just time for you to just be.
How long will you meditate for?
Sometimes I just do 5 minutes.
Okay.
And I just literally just sit and I'll just think of something or my life where I am.
Yeah.
It's like and having a special needs child, it's the struggles that we go through. I mean, I still have to give him a shower because he can't do it all on his own.
Same, yes.
Okay, I'm so glad, because sometimes I feel like a failure as a mom. I'm like, how do you not know how to do this? I tell you every single night,
Same.
And sometimes he'll do it on his own, but he's so soft. Like, he washes his hair like this. He uses these 2 fingers. And he's so gentle. But, our boys they're just.
How old is your son again?
He's 20.
Yeah, so I thought Justin's 21. So they're similar in age. And I say to Justin all the time, I'm like, aren't you one day going to be able to do this by yourself? And he's like, no, Mom. He's very bad about it. No, Mom. So I laugh about it because I tell people all the time, like, I've probably changed more diapers and bathed like another person more than anyone in my life, except for you.
Yeah, I used to get so irritated when I was the one having to do it all the time, because before the marriage I was in before, he was never around. And in the last 5 years, he was never there. So I was doing everything by myself. Yep. And there was nights I would just get so mad. But when I started getting into this, doing, being an entrepreneur and really trying to find positivity, I started, because the way I have found that if I think anything negative, even if it's a little bit, it stacks and stacks and stacks.
Oh, same.
And then the next thing you know, it's like you're exuding negativity for no reason. And so I can tell you from experience of being in 20 years, being unhappy, unfulfilled, and transitioning into I control my destiny. I am the one that is in control of my day and how I deal with things. And, of course, going through a suicide, that was really hard.
I bet.
But you got to think, it's really like anything that we go through, we get to choose how we're going to deal with it.
What do you think gave you that kind of strength and got you to where you are, where you have this like inner peace?
I think just deciding that I'm no longer going to live that way. Like, I didn't want it anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done. I'm done with my own crap. And there wasn't anyone coming to save me. Mm-mm. It had to be me. And then I thought, if I don't change, where are my kids going to be?
Yeah. And you get one shot, like, the Eminem song, One Shot's like one of my favorite songs because it's so true. We have one shot at life here on this earth. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to go off to heaven and be like, well, you know what? That kind of sucked. Can I do that all over again? No.
Did you hear that part in the book? I think it was Who Not How, when he said, when you die and you go to heaven and you meet the person that you could have been, welcome to your first day of hell.
Yep.
And that was like, whoa.
Yes.
Because I don't want to, and of course, suicide and death, it just, all the things with going on with COVID, it's like, we just don't know.
No, we don't.
And I don't want to wake up with regret.
Me neither. And, like with you, especially you guys, if y'all aren't following her on social media, you need to, because number one, they tell you if you're not making yourself uncomfortable, you're not growing. And so you get on social media and you're so yourself, and I think it's the coolest thing ever. I think it's super inspiring, and I think everyone should pay attention to you. And I always tell people to pay attention to who you're paying attention to. They should pay attention to you because you're really exuding positivity and goodness and happiness in the world. And I think you're just an amazing person.
Thank you. And, I was, when you were gone, I was kind of talking a little bit about my daughter. I'm not going to watch it. It might be so awkward. So because it was like just me on the screen, and I was like, "Oh, hi."
I'm so glad you didn't jump off.
I was like, "I'm not leaving until she tells me to." But so one of the things I think is that is so important because what my daughter went through, because even before he committed suicide, she saw a lot of anger and yelling. She used to hide in her closet because he was just verbally abusive.
Yep.
So she saw that, and then she loses her dad. And then I wasn't planning on meeting someone new. We moved to a new state. She had to make new friends. And that girl, she is my hero because she is so strong and she's happy.
Yeah.
And she honestly really probably shouldn't be a 14-year-old girl that's not maybe having to go to therapy or starting to cut herself. I mean, we know all these teenagers go through drinking, drugs.
Right.
She's not doing that. She dances and she is genuinely a good person. And it's because of her environment.
Oh gosh, yes. Yes. And you.
And my husband is he's been with the same company for 18 years. And it's just the type of person that you become in the journey of, becoming an entrepreneur and learning how to work through your own crap,
Yeah.
and working with people and deciding, you know what, I'm not going to give up, because so many people want to do their own thing, but they're scared. Yep. Because society tells us, oh, you got to get a job and you got to do this and do that, right? But it's like, yeah, we can. We can be millionaires just like anybody else that's doing it. It's just, we just have to decide. So.
And when you've got kids, especially, like in our situation where this is a commission-based income, it's not like anyone's giving us paychecks. Nope. I work for myself, you work for yourself. We have to make our own. People don't understand that stuff. And like, I'm in real estate, so I tell people all the time. I just had a conversation yesterday. When the economy is tanking and things are sucking, us in the real estate industry, it's our job to keep things moving because we feed 26 other industries. So it's like, this is critical. Our role in this world is super critical. Yours, when you look at like healthcare and what you put inside your body and on the outside of your body, is also critical, because you look at people that get stressed out and the first thing they give up on, or when their money is tight, the first things that they are going to put on health, their health and taking care of themselves. It's like, oh, that's more critical than ever.
Yeah. I was at a doctor's appointment yesterday because I have thyroid stuff and I need to check on my medication. And this lady was trying to get out of her car. She was overweight. I don't know what her issues were, but she needed to be in a wheelchair. And I was like, I don't ever want to be like that.
No.
I cannot imagine not being able to go and do things that I want to do because I'm unhealthy. So I always tell people, I'm like, you pay for your health now or later.
Yep.
Period.
You know what they say? They say that if you take care of yourself, inside and out, like working out, putting good foods and stuff into your body, that you're not only will you look younger on the inside, on the outside, but that your inside of your body will actually be 10 years, a minimum of 10 years younger than your actual age. Do you believe in that?
Oh, I do. 100%.
I do too.
But I also think that, I think that the happiness that we have, it really, and I wish that I could bottle it up. I wish that I could somehow show people, like, look, this is what unhappiness looks like.
Yeah.
And this is what happiness looks like. And in between, you just have to decide and work on it. Because when you were off camera, I said, it's hard in the beginning, super messy in the middle, but beautiful in the end. So if you can just get through that little bit of time, because I think a lot of us get comfortable with the situation that we're in, whether it's an abusive marriage, living paycheck to paycheck, never having enough. It's like, and people are literally driving to work so unhappy.
Oh, yeah.
Like zombies. And it's like, guys, there is something better.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you want, you can go get it.
You got to make a decision. You have to choose, choose to be happy, choose to live your life on purpose.
Decide. That's what I keep saying. Decide, because the word decide means death to all other options.
Yes. To
And
kill
so that,
off.
yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
And like in your situation, and well, especially since your ex-husband is no longer here, my ex-husband, the father of my 3 kids, is basically not here either. We've been divorced since '08, and he hasn't been a part of their lives hardly at all. He's never been the father figure to them. And so Justin, my son with Down syndrome, I am like all he has, me, and then his siblings, his brother and sister.
Right.
And so it's critical that we take care of ourselves in every aspect, because what happens if something happens to us? Then what?
Right.
And I'm not going to live my life unhappy. No way.
Ooh.
One of the things that
it goes to our kids.
It does. We have to set examples. We're role models, in all things. People are always watching you, no matter when you think they are or not. They are.
Yes.
And with you, Tracey, like a lot of the stuff on social media that has really caught my attention that you've been doing lately, especially, is like products. When, of course, that's what you do for a living, but you're so genuine and so sincere. It's like, I think everybody should get on there and try everything that you're talking about, because clearly it works.
It does.
Talk about some of the, like, your top 3 things that you think are really game changers in someone's health.
Absolutely. So the first one that I love is our collagen. I did not know what collagen, I heard about it, but I didn't really understand it. I had seen other companies coming out with it. But our company always wants to be number one, no matter what they're doing. So they didn't like go out and just try to get it out quickly. They really clinically studied our collagen and the benefits that we're seeing. I mean, of course, beauty, everybody wants glowing, young looking skin, but it's the things that it does on the inside that is even better. So that's my top product. We have a handheld device called the LumiSpa, and it's a kind of like the Clarisonic, which they're not even using anymore because we've kind of pushed them out, I think. It's the number 1 in-home beauty device in the world. And it double oscillates. It doesn't use a brush, so it's got a silicone head that has microbial silver in it, so it helps with cell turnover.
Yeah.
And it takes off a full face of makeup in 2 minutes. It's great for acne. So Noble loves it. My son with Down syndrome.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if your son has, you know how they get real tight?
Yeah.
And they're super sensitive. Well, because when you use it, it massages your face.
I've never used it on him. I haven't. I've never used it on him.
Try it, because I guarantee you, I did it on like 15 children with Down syndrome. I was at an event, and because Noble, when I would put it on his face, he would he would smile. And he loved it. Like, and sometimes he would almost, because they get that tension in their face. And so I did it on like all these kids, and every single kid, they would sit there and they would just go like this, and then they would go. So that product is great because kids can use it who have either acne or, and when you have a child or an adult with acne, it's hard. You don't want people to feel embarrassed about their skin. And so I love the fact that I can help someone with their confidence. And then, of course, we have our amazing firming cream that is my top seller. You can use it from your neck, arms, belly. I use it on my legs, and it firms the skin, and it helps with moisture and cell turnover as well. And it's a great product because it's very reasonably priced, and I use it as a lotion. And so my skin, gotten rid of my cellulite.
I love that. You're gonna have to send me the link.
I will send you some of it because I can't keep it in stock. I'm literally selling cases of it by the day because it's so good.
Yeah, and you get to do all of this, like you said, from the benefits of your own home.
My phone. I literally, not even just a home-based business, but I can do it from my phone because everything is here. I use my social media, and e-commerce is crazy. Yeah. It's like everybody is on social media. I mean, tell me what person doesn't leave their house without their phone. And kids now, this is the other thing. All the kids are loving being on camera.
Oh yeah.
love taking pictures and videos.
Yeah.
And so it's like, why not get paid? You're already on social media looking at what other people are doing.
Yep.
You get paid doing this. So anyway, it's just and really it's for any type of business. If you have an opportunity to try something on your own, I say go for it.
I do too.
Because now's the time. We are in a very difficult time.
Yep.
Where the average American only has $400 left over after they pay their bills. So
even, and the average American doesn't even have $1,000 in the bank right now.
No.
Yeah.
So if you're a single mom and you get 2 flat tires and you're living paycheck to paycheck,
That's
trust me, probably calling your mom or your dad saying, "Can I borrow some money for my tires?"
You know what's interesting is, so we're doing this Grant Cardone training here in my office.
Love him. I love him.
Guys,
did you do the 10X level?
Oh gosh, I've been to the 10X ones, but this one is the real estate summit. So we're on
how fun
on the lunch break right now. And so it was in Florida, but there's a virtual one because I just couldn't get to Florida right now. We got too much going on.
Sure.
But it's teaching you all about how to get into multifamily, how to get into investing in real estate, because look at what happened to the stock market. I mean, real estate is the soundest investment. Interestingly, yesterday on the training, he was saying that he believes that the colleges, like there's always going to be Yale and all the big colleges, but like a lot of these colleges, he believes they're going to be like disappearing in the next few years, because when you look at the average person that they're taught, graduate high school, then go off to college for 4 years, get a degree in something, and then go do it. But then you look at like statistics, and a lot of them get a degree in something, but then they don't do anything. They're a bartender or they're a server or they're
100%.
unemployed, It's like, if more people would learn how to run a business and how to communicate with people and how to use social media and how to have confidence in themselves, I think that the people that we're raising, our kids and their kids, would be so much better off, because this world.
I agree 100%. And I mean, who likes to go to school anymore?
No one.
It's like I look at my daughter and it's like, the things that they get on their phone, it's like instant, and they cannot handle just sitting and learning. It's so different now. So I agree with you totally.
Do you think your kids will get involved in your business?
I don't know. I mean, what's fun is that it's a family business. They literally, when I get product in, they help get my stickers on it. They help me package stuff. My daughter loves our products.
I bet.
She gets on and she does she'll do these little videos. She's like, "So guys, so today I'm going to show you." Like, she does like what I do. It's so funny.
I love it.
And one day she was telling me of this girl that was on, I don't know, a TikTok, and she has these clothes that she gets like sponsored or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like, she goes, "Mom, I want to do that." And I said, that's what I do. But I don't have to get paid from someone else. I make the money.
Yep.
No middleman. Like, that person, she has a person that is giving her a discount to show her clothes, and then she keep it. I'm like, I go on, I promote my stuff, I make the money, and then I build a team. So maybe you should do that.
And clearly it works, because you look amazing,
Well, I was telling you when I got, my allergies are so bad right now. My eyes are super puffy, not normally like that, but I'll be 47 and I've never done Botox. This is all what the products that I use, and I love that they're affordable.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I love that they do what they say,
which is like key.
Because how many times have you gone and bought a product, you spend money on it, and it ends up in your drawer because it didn't really give produce results?
Yeah, all the time.
Yep.
I love that. What does the next few years hold for you? What's your goals? I know you have goals.
I have a lot of goals. So I really want it to double my team, because, as you know, when you have people that are doing this with you, it becomes about them and not you anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what my vision is. I want to see the people that I have rise up into these leadership roles so that they can feel what it feels like to live life on their terms and not have to worry about money. Because I have quite a few people that they live paycheck to paycheck.
Oh yeah.
And I
Same.
want them to experience that first like commission check where they have never seen that type of money.
Yeah.
And so we eventually want to build a house. Where I live now is crazy. It's like if you saw my view, you would just die.
Guys, if y'all haven't seen her view, go to her Facebook page.
Oh my
and
gosh,
you
nuts! I feel like I'm on vacation, but you know what? That's the life that I want.
Yeah.
I always wanted to feel like, you know what? I don't even have a watch on. I only wear a watch so that I can just, know what time it is, not other than, being places if I don't have to,
I only wear an Apple Watch to remind me if I've left my phone somewhere.
There you go. See? I just want that life for people, and I don't think that they know that it's available.
They don't. And you know what? They don't believe because there's too many people in the society that had that old school mentality. My dad used to always tell me, I don't know why you keep building. Why won't you just stop? Why can't you just be comfortable? And I was like, because I'm not done yet. There's so much.
I'm not done yet.
I want to change the world. And it's so funny. In Grant Cardone's training yesterday, one of the speakers, he was a health guy. He was getting up talking about like a lot of people are doing IV treatments and stuff like that. And so he was talking about that. And he was like, I do believe I can change the world, but I can't do it by myself. But I believe that if the right people get together and they collaborate together, and social media brings us together.
Absolutely.
Like, I think we do have a chance at changing the world. And it's like,
I agree.
You're the same way.
I agree. I one of the sayings, and I don't know where I heard it from. I said, I can't change the world, but I can change the four corners that I live in.
Big time.
And I think that who we connect with, and because some people view social media as a bad thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's because you don't have the right people in your news feed.
Yep.
Get rid of them.
You know what it is too, Tracy? I think too is, and I do the Miracle Morning. I do my own. I've been doing it, for over 10 years. I get up at 4 and I have a whole regimen that I do.
Yeah.
It's like, this is my time by myself where nobody can disturb me. But I think so many people, they don't get up early to rise. And so they get up and they hit that snooze button. So they're already getting up defeated. And then they've hit the snooze once or twice. They're already now running behind. And the first thing they do is they grab their phone, they go to social media. Yep. And they're seeing somebody's perfect life and perfect job and perfect wife or husband or whatever, or perfect body. And it's like they already are feeling defeated. And then they're in a negative mindset. And it's like, you can't go there. Like I tell everybody that in my world, I'm like, you got to get up every day and put on that suit of armor. It's like, you got to protect your mind, body, and soul at all times.
Agree. I don't even look at my phone. I don't look at my phone until I'm done with my Miracle Morning.
Nope, me neither. My alarm goes off. I pick my phone off. I shut the alarm off and I put my phone down. It's like, I don't want anything to do with it.
Yep, I do the same thing. But I agree with you. I think also that people are also looking at negative things about just, COVID and yeah, I don't want to see that.
No. Here's something really cool. And I know we got to jump off. I was just like, the clock. I was like, oh my gosh, I know we got to go. My son, Justin, who I'm going to show you now that I'm downstairs and I'm on my laptop, I'm actually going to show you guys in just a second. He was not supposed to make it past 4. And he is 21 years old and he's healthy, happy, and doing all things that God created him to do. Wow. And he survives only on 25% lung capacity. His lungs are 75% full. Yeah. He's not on oxygen. He's not on anything. He's a miracle. He is a miracle.
Wow.
And so it's like when I hear people, we all go through hard times and we all go through challenges and difficulties. But at the end of the day, we're all blessed every single day. And it's our job to make the best life ever and be our best version of ourselves. Because we can all sit and be a pity pot, but why?
Yeah, decide.
Yeah, decide to be better.
You're not going to do that anymore.
No. Hey, Tracey, if y'all have been paying attention to her story, number 1, y'all need to follow her on social media. Number 2, she wants to grow her team. So if you've never thought about getting involved in healthcare like she is, you should, because look at her. She's amazing. She looks amazing. And she has such good spirit. Just to have that energy in your life would be super important. But then also, like if you want to do just a side hustle, that you always need to make more money. And maybe it would turn into a full-time hustle. How can they find me? Yeah. How can they get more in sync with you, Tracey?
Yeah, if they want to send me a private message, or they can even text me. I mean, if you want to, I can put my number up here. I'll say it. It's 281-381-6873. Just text me. The great thing about this is it's completely free because there's other side gigs that require a sign up fee or member fee. And that's what got me is I was going through a divorce. I didn't have all this money laying around, and I didn't want to get into something that I might lose the money. I did other things, Mary Kay, and I bought all that stuff. There's no kits to buy.
Which is super important because I know, like you were saying, you always have to buy kits with these things, you know?
There's no kits. So I have this system that I've been talking about is literally mapped out. You sign up, I show you what to post, I take you through a series of every day posting on social media, and if you don't like it, back out. But if you do, maybe you can start traveling with me.
Well, she goes to some pretty cool places, and she's in Utah. So
Utah, I'll be in Ohio in August, and then Jamaica for our success trip. And then right now, I'm hoping to get to Switzerland. That's our next big trip.
You'll get there. You'll for sure get there.
I hope so.
So can they find you on Facebook and Instagram?
Yeah. Facebook, I'm my name Tracey Baum, and then my Instagram is I am Boss Baum.
I love that. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that like you and I are, I swear, we're like kindred sisters. Like everything I saw when you were on Facebook, I'm like, this is how I live too. And now just engaging like
just
this.
Put it together.
For sure. We have like the same routines. We shared the same everything. We have these guys. Like I'm gonna put Justin here. Here's
yes, I want to see Justin.
There's Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Say hi.
Hi. Oh my gosh, you are a cutie pie.
Yeah, he's at one of our desks here, and he's actually at my daughter-in-law's desk, and he's got a million toys with him. You can see all these little guys.
Oh my gosh,
yeah, he brings them all.
Cool.
And he comes to work, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he does video with us. He helps out, don't you? Yeah, we have chickens here on the property. He helps out with the chickens too, don't you?
Yes.
Oh, how awesome!
A good day.
A good day. How old are you?
21.
Good boy. Isn't that cute, y'all?
Precious.
Miracles do happen. You see?
Yes, they do. If you believe it.
That's right. You just got to believe. Thank you so much for being on here with me today, Tracey. You're awesome.
Thank you for having me. It was a
you
blessing.
guys need to make sure, reach out to Tracey. Y'all need, if you women and men, like whoever, everybody needs good skin. It doesn't have to be.
My husband does it. He has not missed a day of his daughter's life and she's almost 11. He's been with her for everything. And that's not usually how it is for men.
No, it's not at all.
While all these guys are getting up and going to work and sitting in traffic and missing, school parties and dropping them off at school, he's there.
I love it.
Pretty awesome.
Okay. Guys, have an awesome day. Y'all reach out to Tracey. If you need anything, have any questions, make sure and check us out. We'll give you some positivity every day.
Thanks, Trisha.
You're welcome. Bye, y'all.
Bye.